Grand Theft Auto 5 is more than a famous crime game. It is one of the clearest examples of a video game becoming a long-running entertainment machine. Released in 2013 by Rockstar Games, it arrived as the next major chapter after Grand Theft Auto 4, but its impact went far beyond being another sequel. It combined a massive open world, 3 playable protagonists, cinematic heists, sharp satire, and later a powerful online mode that kept players returning for years. The game became a commercial landmark, earning hundreds of millions of dollars in a single day and eventually approaching $10 billion in revenue. To understand why it lasted so long, we have to look at how it was built, not just as a story, but as a place, a system, and a platform players could keep inhabiting. The setting is fictional San Andreas, Rockstar's version of Southern California. At its center is Los Santos, a city modeled on Los Angeles, surrounded by desert, mountains, countryside, highways, beaches, and smaller towns. This world is important because it gives the game its identity. Los Santos is not simply a map where missions happen. It is a satire of celebrity culture, consumer excess, inequality, crime, media noise, and modern American life. The player sees luxury neighborhoods, struggling streets, empty wilderness, and overbuilt urban sprawl all within one continuous space. That contrast makes the world feel alive and unstable. Rockstar's design turns geography into commentary. The player is always moving between wealth and desperation, glamour and decay, freedom and surveillance. The biggest narrative change was the decision to build the story around 3 protagonists. Michael DeSanta is a retired bank robber with money, a family, and a deep sense of dissatisfaction. Franklin Clinton is a younger street criminal trying to escape low-level hustles and find a more serious path upward. Trevor Phillips is violent, unpredictable, and tied to Michael's past in ways that make him both dangerous and essential. Each character opens a different door into the criminal world. Michael represents the failed dream of getting rich and becoming respectable. Franklin represents ambition and mobility. Trevor represents chaos, resentment, and the consequences that never really disappear. By switching between them, the game avoids being locked inside one perspective and becomes a broader crime story about class, ego, loyalty, and survival. This 3-character structure also changes the gameplay. During major missions, especially heists, the player can move between different roles as the plan unfolds. One character may drive, another may shoot, and another may provide support from a different position. This gives the missions the rhythm of a crime film, where the camera cuts between multiple people executing different parts of the same operation. It also lets Rockstar create larger, more complex set pieces than a single character structure would easily allow. The heists become the spine of the campaign because they bring together preparation, tension, spectacle, and character conflict. Players are not only watching criminals argue about a plan. They are helping build that plan, gathering tools, choosing approaches, and then trying to survive when everything starts moving too fast. Outside the story missions, Grand Theft Auto 5 works because its basic loop is simple but flexible. Players can walk, drive, fly, shoot, explore, buy things, cause trouble, or simply observe the city. The game can be played in third person, and later versions added first person, which changes the feeling of movement and violence dramatically. The wanted system is central to the experience. When players commit crimes, police respond with increasing force. What begins as a chase can escalate into roadblocks, helicopters, and overwhelming pressure. This system gives freedom a cost. The player can test the world, break its rules, and improvise escapes, but the world pushes back. That pushback creates countless unscripted moments, which is why many players remember not just missions, but the chaos between them. The development of Grand Theft Auto 5 was a massive international effort across Rockstar Studios. Work began around the time Grand Theft Auto 4 was released, and the team drew lessons from several earlier Rockstar games. Red Dead Redemption influenced the handling of large environments and atmosphere. Max Payne 3 helped refine shooting and cinematic action. But the largest challenge was building the open world itself. Rockstar wanted San Andreas to feel specific rather than generic, so team members researched California, captured reference footage, and translated real impressions into a fictionalized world. The result is not a perfect replica of Los Angeles or Southern California. It is a compressed, heightened version of them, designed to feel recognizable while still serving gameplay, satire, and dramatic pacing. Sound plays a major role in making Los Santos feel like a real cultural space. Grand Theft Auto has always used radio as part of its identity, and Grand Theft Auto 5 continues that tradition with music, talk shows, fake advertisements, and satirical broadcasts. The player spends a huge amount of time driving, so the radio becomes part of the rhythm of the game. It gives the city opinions, jokes, moods, and contradictions. Alongside that, the game includes an original score composed by a team of producers over several years. The score supports missions with tension and momentum, while the radio stations support everyday exploration. Together, they make the world feel constantly switched on, as if Los Santos is not just being seen, but broadcasting itself at all times. When the game launched in September 2013 for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, the response was enormous. Grand Theft Auto 5 earned about $800 million on its first day and reached $1 billion in its first 3 days. That made it the fastest-selling entertainment product in history, a phrase that matters because it placed the game in competition not only with other games, but with movies, music, and global media events. Later releases for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Windows, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S extended its reach across multiple hardware generations. Most games have one main commercial life. Grand Theft Auto 5 had several. Each new version introduced technical improvements, new players, and another reason for existing fans to return. The critical reception was extremely strong. Reviewers praised the scale of the open world, the confidence of the presentation, the mission design, and especially the way three protagonists refreshed the Grand Theft Auto formula. But the game also carried controversy, as the series often had. Its depictions of violence, criminal behavior, and women were criticized, and those criticisms became part of the wider discussion around the game. Supporters argued that the series uses exaggeration and satire to expose ugly parts of society. Critics argued that satire does not remove responsibility for what is shown and repeated. This tension is important because Grand Theft Auto 5 was not a quiet success. It was a cultural object people argued about, defended, attacked, analyzed, and used as evidence in larger debates about games and media. Grand Theft Auto Online transformed the game's long-term future. The online mode allowed up to 30 players to take part in cooperative and competitive activities inside the same broad world. Over time, it became much more than a multiplayer extra. It turned Los Santos into a persistent social playground where players could complete missions, buy properties, collect vehicles, build criminal careers, compete, roleplay, and return for new updates. This changed the business meaning of Grand Theft Auto 5. The single-player campaign gave it prestige, identity, and narrative structure. Online gave it endurance. Instead of being a game people finished and put away, it became a place they revisited for years. That ongoing life is a major reason the title stayed visible long after its original release window. The commercial scale of Grand Theft Auto 5 is almost difficult to process. With nearly 230 million copies shipped, it is the second best-selling video game of all time. With revenue approaching $10 billion, it ranks among the most financially successful entertainment products ever created. Those numbers came from more than hype. They came from a rare combination: a beloved franchise, an ambitious open world, strong reviews, memorable characters, controversy that kept it in public conversation, multiple re-releases, and an online mode that extended its lifespan. Many games sell well at launch, but Grand Theft Auto 5 kept producing attention, money, and cultural relevance. It became less like a single product and more like an entertainment infrastructure built around one city. Its legacy now shapes expectations for Grand Theft Auto 6, scheduled for November 2026. The next game will be measured against an unusually large shadow. Grand Theft Auto 5 proved that one title could act as a cinematic crime story, an open-world sandbox, a multiplayer platform, and a long-term business engine at the same time. It also created challenges. Players expect technical ambition, sharper satire, richer worlds, and the same sense of freedom that made Los Santos feel endless. The reason Grand Theft Auto 5 still matters is not only that it sold so much. It captured a fantasy of freedom inside a reactive, dangerous, absurd world, then kept that fantasy alive for more than a decade. Few games have ever dominated their era so completely. If you found this helpful, please like this video and subscribe for more explainers.